represent the exceptionally talented, dedicated, and innovative people of Kopin Corporation as we celebrate over 40 years of business and over 30 years of being part of the NASDAQ community as we ring the closing bell. Fostered by our founder, Dr. John Fan, and our board of directors, Kopin has a long and proud history of invention, innovation, and technical achievements that are at the core of our culture, which is evident within our great people and valued by our market-making customer base, for whom we are truly grateful. These core values will also serve as the bedrock for our evolution into advanced software-defined backplanes, as well as AI-enabled technologies and application-specific solutions. Every day, our Kopin team is guided by our firm belief that technology should always adapt to the human being, not have the human adapt to the technology. Our products improve situational awareness and increase productivity and performance for end users such as members of the U.S. Armed Forces protecting our great country, surgeons saving lives in operating rooms, connected workers repairing critical infrastructure and equipment while stationed remotely, and consumers enjoying their hobbies and gaming activities. I'm also pleased to announce that we have launched our new brand, our new logo, and our new website today as well. These projects have taken over a year to develop, and we're quite proud of them, and we're very happy to share them with you today. Although we're ringing the closing bell, we believe this signifies the beginning of the next chapter of growth and success for Kopin. We also have a valued customer with us today with John Lyons from HMDmd, who's going to be discussing our development plans with HMDmd and what it's like to partner with Kopin Corporation. He'll be talking with Bill Mafucci, our VP of Business Development and Strategy. Bill, one of the questions I wanted to ask you, and I think a lot of our viewers, investors, and customers would like to understand your perspective after many years in this industry. What do you see as some of the trends in the defense industry today?
We're seeing similar trends across a number of industries, and defense is one of the key ones for us, obviously. But what we're seeing is that there's more and more information that's being provided to the user, whether it be the pilot or the soldier or the surgeon in the cases of medical products. And as these systems go from being primarily analog to primarily digital, all of that information comes through the portal, which is our application-specific optical assemblies. And we've seen in a lot of cases where the solutions that other people have come up with have been less than desirable. If you don't make it a good experience for the user, if you don't make it feel like natural vision and like they're going to be able to do their job better, they just won't use them.
Yeah.
We've seen situations in the military where they've bought thousands of systems and they never come out of the depot because the soldiers just simply don't want to use them. So what is important to us as a solution provider, what's important to us as a solution provider is to make sure that the systems that we deliver feel natural to the user and they feel like normal human vision, not like you're looking at a screen. So the way we approach that is we develop these systems with the human visual response and just how the user perceives the information in mind. We've developed that over more than 30 years of working with pilots in fighter aircraft, with ground soldiers, and with surgeons. And we've developed a lot of key capability and information by going through those experiences. So what we try to do is make sure that the visuals are absolutely as good as they can be, and that will then drive user acceptance. And ultimately, if you don't have user acceptance, you're not going to sell product. If you do, you will.
Absolutely. And I think one of the interesting comments that I heard recently when I was giving a talk at an investor conference about application-specific solutions and what that really means, we started talking about, I think the technology has to adapt to the user, not the user to the technology, which is, I think, what you were saying earlier. I think that trend hits all of our markets.
We see that a lot of companies don't put enough focus on that. That's what we do at Kopin. We start with the user. We understand what you have to design into the optics, what you have to design into the displays, and all of that is important to making it feel like natural, comfortable vision.
Absolutely. I think one of the key things when we chose to partner with MIT and the CSAIL organization was their focus around human-centric computing. And I think whether you use that computer as an eyesight or a gaming tablet or what have you, having that human-centric design is going to be critical, as well as AI capability. So I think Kopin's on the right trajectory and focusing on the right things to solve. But it's the human-centric design that I think we bring that's very different than most companies in the industry today, specific to microdisplay companies, that's for sure.
Agreed. Yes.
You've been very busy of late, and your team has been quite successful. Maybe if you could take a few minutes and walk our viewers and listeners through some of the recent contract wins that you've had, that'd be great.
Sure. You know, there's a lot of information that we can't discuss just because of the sensitive nature of those programs. But, you know, to elaborate on what's already been published, these are eyepiece assemblies for use with thermal weapon sight products. They go into a number of different products that we supply, ultimately used by soldiers to view thermal information from the sensor that's part of those systems. We use a very unique optical system in our products, which really differentiates us from a lot of other companies. And along with those very unique optics, we also have a specific display that we make that is the only display that works with those unique optics. And so it really has been good for our business because it puts us in a very strong competitive position with the products that we supply. But these are very significant awards, and I think it's a testament to what I said earlier, which is the quality of the products has to be to the level that the users want to use those products. And so it's clear with these orders that we're meeting that objective. It doesn't hurt to be a sole source supplier into those programs too, but ultimately, as I said, this is really a strong indication that these are doing the job for the soldier that they're intended to do.
Absolutely. So Bill, tell us a little bit about your advocacy around the medical products. This was something that was really your brain trust and your idea originally, and you worked quite hard on it over the course of the last few years, coming to fruition with the HMDMD relationship, which I know John will talk about later. But give us a sense of what your vision was when it came to the medical market and assisted surgery.
Well, as I said earlier, when thinking about what's happening with soldiers and ever more information coming to them, the same thing's true with the surgeons. They have systems now that present pre-surgical video to them, or it's available to them. They have navigation components in the surgeries. They're becoming a lot more sophisticated as they do these surgeries. But what has been completely lacking has been the viewing system for all of that. And if you talk to the surgeons, they will tell you that they're not happy with what they're having to work with, but it's all they have. And so, having worked with the founders of HMDMD many years ago on some initial medical products in the mid 1990s and late 1990s, we, at that point in time, the technology really had advanced to the point that you could get really strong user acceptance. But today, the components that are available in terms of displays and optics and navigation components have made significant advancements. So we felt like we were at the point now where we could give the surgeons what it is we tried to do many years ago, but couldn't quite get there because the components just weren't good enough. And in fact, we see this as a really big market. And so, we're just starting into it now. But I will tell you, and John may say this a little bit later, but every single surgeon we've ever put the system on, the first thing that they do is they say, "Wow." That's what we want to hear.
Absolutely.
They've never seen anything that good.
I've never seen anything that good, and I'm very excited about it. And I think it's going to be a great market entry product for Kopin and certainly for HMDMD.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we're going to bring John Lyon, who's the founder and CEO of HMDMD, into the conversation to elaborate further on what I started to talk about.
Yes, I can certainly relate to your comment about people say, "Wow," when they first see the imaging in the display. And, we got involved in developments in visualization and really have been involved in it for 20, 25 years. And we know what's important. And the demands of modern surgery are completely different to the old type of surgery. We've got robots, we've got minimally invasive, we've got microsurgery, we've got digital surgery. And all of this means that information, including views of the anatomy being operated on, need to be delivered to surgeons in real time. And the wearable display is the perfect medium for doing this. So it was a real benefit to us to be able to stand on the shoulders of Bill's experience, of Kopin's experience in developing this product. So the first thing is the wow factor. The imaging has to be absolutely superb. The surgeon is depending on the color rendition, on the resolution of the image, and our CR3 display is at the limit of human visual acuity. It doesn't get any better than that. The other thing is that surgery is increasingly becoming, in terms of video surgery, a 3D world. You have to have images in 3D. And the current way to visualize 3D in an operating room is with a conventional monitor, TV monitor. And usually you have to wear glasses, special glasses to see that. Now, in the CR3, you have a perfectly natural, superb 3D because the left image is delivered to the left eye, the right image from the endoscope is delivered to the right eye. The surgeon is looking at a high resolution video screen, which is exactly as he or she would be looking at it if they were performing the surgery open. So resolution is great of the picture. The 3D is terrific. Those are the essential preconditions. But a really important factor, and this I think is a major big breakthrough from our point of view, is the CR3 device has exceptional ergonomics. Mm-hmm. For years and years, surgeons have been operating on, how should I put it, makeshift solutions. The TV monitor they're looking at is somewhere over there, and the patient is down here. So they're forced into different attitudes that they would never select normally, because they have to be able to both see the anatomy here and they have to be able to see their instruments here. And now the ergonomics of our display are terrific. The human factors experience of Kopin in designing for the military is translated directly. And surgeons who are making critical decisions every second virtually have exactly the same imaging quality and human factors quality as a pilot in an F-35. And the design is both very comfortable because procedures can get quite long, and also has all of the benefits of keeping the surgeon related to the operating room, the situational awareness that Michael talked about. So we have an ability to look down. You don't have to move your head. You just look down and you can see your hands. Peripheral vision is accounted for at all times. And that means that everybody wearing our display is very comfortable, and therefore it's not fatiguing. They can adopt normal positions and therefore will perform, we hope, ultimately much better surgery. So it's been a great partnership, and we're looking forward to launching this and other products in the future, because the use of wearable displays in operating rooms, I believe, is going to be ubiquitous within the next few years. I mean, this is a huge potential market, and we're very happy to be partnered with Kopin doing it.
Thanks, John. We're partnered and very happy to be partnered with you. And congratulations on your launch, and we look forward to seeing the demonstrations this evening at the reception at NASDAQ. And thanks again for your partnership. We really appreciate it.
It's our pleasure.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you to our friends and family that have joined us here today as we ring the closing bell at NASDAQ. And we wanted to say thank you to our valued customers, investors, and all the talented people here at Kopin for their efforts in 2023. And as we move forward into 2024 in the future, our focus is around human-centric design, application-specific solutions, and vision beyond imagination. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them here for myself, John at HMDMD, or Bill. And we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you very much, and I appreciate